Hi, my Cancer friends and family. It is Debbie Dubois here to bring you your love and life forecast for the month of June 2019. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to shuffle the cards a little bit before we spread them out. I want to thank you guys for watching my videos. And I love it when you guys leave comments and I try to respond. I truly appreciate if you're sharing my videos or, liking them, all of that. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, I do oracle readings. I also do interviews and things of that nature. And my focus is mostly on catalytic heart awakenings, which are twin flames and things of that nature. And I also deal with creative expression and actually just aligning with your higher self. So if that's something you're interested in, you might want to just take a moment to subscribe to my channel and if this resonates with you. And also, if you want to get my readings of my videotaping through your YouTube channel, or sorry, YouTube feed, just go ahead and press the bell. And that way you won't miss any of my readings. So anyways, all right. There's two things that I wanted to say. Number one, I am going to be doing a twin flame workshop at the end of September with Maria Kelly. And it is in Niagara Falls, so there's more details coming on that. And the other thing is I'm doing, probably within the next 2 weeks, I'm going to do a live reading on YouTube. And this is going to be using the Intuit Oracle deck, which is my go-to deck. And it is excellent for like asking questions and then asking questions that come from the answers through the cards so that we can really dive deep and find out what's going on in your particular situation. If you want to be entered into the drawing for that, all you have to do is like this video, share it with another person, or, on social media somewhere. Then just make sure you are a subscriber to my channel and leave me a comment below saying that you've done all those things, and then shoot me an email. And I need the email so that I can get a hold of you and tell you when we're doing the live reading, because I don't exactly know when it's going to be. But that's my email address that you can send this to as vibrationsoflove1111@gmail.com. So that's that. Oh, and I am going to be giving away an Intuit Oracle deck, the full deluxe deck for all the people, not for all the people. I'm going to do a drawing from all of the people that actually sign up to have the possible reading. So that should be kind of interesting. So I think with that, Cancer friends and family members, we are looking to get started and find out what the energy is for my Cancer peeps. All right, so this is the love and life forecast for June. And what is the overall energy? The first card is a lion. Isn't that funny? When I was shuffling, it's the only card I saw. A lion. The sun, which goes right along with the lion, as far as I'm concerned. The sun. And, oops, I picked a second card. Well, typically, all right, well, typically I only do a 3-card draw, but we've got an extra card, so we're going to go with it. We've got the lighthouse. We also have a public venue, the gardens card. So first card that I saw was this one, and this one's sort of off to the side because it was like an extra card. So we are going to take that into account. But we're tuning in to the overall energies. Oh my gosh. Isn't that interesting? The sun card and the lion card both indicate something about the ego. All right, the proud, the ego, the purposeful, the self-esteem, our basic identity. So both of these cards And look at these two cards. It's like the colors of the sun, here, and then up here with the lion. That is just freaky to me. So we've got a very, very strong sense of dealing with self this month, and it's the self-esteem. It does require us to look sometimes at the ego, which gets in there and kind of influences how we do things. But it's also about learning how to, and this is a self-realization in this card, is figuring out how to do what's right and what's fair, to be in your heart centered and do what's fair. So we think of the lion as being a full authority figure, as we think of the sun as the ruler of the sky, right? So we've got this really strong identity with self-esteem, ego, and I want to say just your basic presence, because it's not just ego. I mean, I think of a lion as having a lot of presence, right? I mean, they're regal and they're strong, and they show up as the leader, and they lead through a bunch of really hard situations. And here we've got, it's proud, right? So proud, being in that state. And this does look like this has to do with public and society and community. So being a leader in your environment, okay? I feel very strongly that this is about, the Gardens card is about your position in the community, and where you stand. So that's going to be an overall energy that we're going to be looking at for the month of June. Now let's see how that plays into relationships. So the love relationship. Oh, well, you know what? We didn't deal with this, but I'm going to, because look at what this says. Danger, warning. All right. This is sort of cautioning in this period of time where you're standing in an authoritative position, where you are in a place of fullness of your self-esteem. You feel good about yourself. You're in the pride, or you're being a proud Libra sun energy, if you will. This is the caution card. This says be careful. Make sure that you use tact and diplomacy. And I want to say, instead of beware, I want to say be aware. Be aware that this is the ego. This is the little piece of the ego showing up to say, be on the lookout for me. The small self ego that might try to creep in. I'm going to go ahead and put that card up there. Okay, so now let's look at our love relationship. This is for our Cancer friends. All right, relationship. Okay, the first card we get is the tree. All right, what other things do we need to know about the love relationship for Cancer? This has come up a lot. This is the central card in the 3-card spread, the bouquet. And this is a love relationship now. Okay, and this is the anchor. All right. Well, this week, it looks like you are going to be spending some time, my Cancer friends, in a place of harmony, in a place of gratitude, in a place of love. That enables you to be extremely grounded. This brings forth all of your vitality. You may be dealing with some past life stuff, but you're doing it from a really loving perspective. Okay, I want to show you these 2 cards together. All right, so this loving, happy, harmonious feeling helps ground you right now in your loving relationships, because that is where your personal growth is showing. You're showing personal growth by your happy state of being, okay? So that's amazing. And in that state, you will probably be a little bit more creative. You'll be a little bit more carefree. and have a deeper appreciation for all the loving things around you. You know, that happiness card. And I've seen this quite a bit in these readings that I'm doing for the beginning of June. So it does seem like June is going to be generally like a happy energy. Now, we also have the anchor card, okay? The anchor card is about stability. It is about the steadiness, security, but there's also a bit of being tied down, like restrained just a little bit. And maybe, you know what I'd like to do though, is I'd like to read that more as this, grounding, because it appeared with the tree in the same spread, okay, in the same 3-card spread. And that's what happens when you're in happiness. That's what happens when you stay in love and where you stay in your sincere heart from a place of gratitude, is that something that might tie you down or make you feel restrained is actually something that is steady, something that is grounding, something that is solid. All right? And that does, it gives you the fortitude to, for this, you know? It enables you to, you know, like take that emergence, I want to say the emergence of the ego self. It enables you to head that off a little bit, to create a more stable situation than letting the ego run rampant. Does that make sense? So in your love relationship, this happy, harmonious energy is really what's grounding you in your relationship right now. And that's whether you're together or whether you're in separation, or whether you're not even with someone right now, but when you think of your love life, where you're at, it does look like you're pretty stable and secure in your grounded self. So that's really good news. Let's talk more now about what you need to know about your career, or what I call creative expression, if you're moving into those pathways, the things that you're meant to do here, and then also your abundance for this coming month. Okay, so the first card is a mountain. I'll show you that. The mountain. All right, it does look like we've got something here that's a little bit of an obstacle from a career standpoint. Oh, interesting. So a little bit of time alone with the moose. And, okay, so we're still talking about creative abundance. Ooh. All right, so we have a mask. All right. So let's look at these cards a little closely. All right. So while you are very powerful and independent at this time, it does seem that you are sort of cutting yourself off almost to protect yourself. All right. From a career standpoint, this is creative expression and abundance. So the moose is that powerful, independent energy. And it means you're probably spending some time alone, but you are a little bit in a protection state. And I want to say that that's become an obstacle or a problem for you. All right? There's some kind of block there when it comes to your creative expression. All right? Either you find yourself becoming distant, and I want to say it's interesting. It's like, here's this lion card, and I think of the lion as sometimes the animal that sort of separates itself off as the head of the tribe, as the head of the pride, if you will. And there's a lot of that energy here for you right now. This sun, the giver of life. This is the sun card in the tarot. And this almost feels like you're imposing this energy on yourself to be alone. And you are in kind of a protective mode. And it is either creating an obstacle or it's making you feel a little bit separate and you really don't necessarily want to be. And isn't this interesting? We've got a two-faced pretending protection card. Okay, so we've got another protection card. I'm trying to get this clear for you. Come on. Well, I'm sure you can read it. I just wanted it to be super clear. So we've got this protection card right next to protection card. Well, as a Cancer, you're typically, having the shell, the protective exterior to kind of protect the inner self. You might find yourself this month in a little bit of a protective place. All right. The ego is mentioned again. So you might find yourself doing just a little bit of pretending that you're not. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I keep coming back like to this card. This is where your success is, like in your relationship. This is where your success is in terms of grounding and stability. The happy place, right? Going to your happy place. But here in this is just basically in creative expression. It does look like there's a little bit of something pulling yourself out and separating yourself off and becoming a little protective. I'm going to ask a question right now that might help some of you who find that this is true for you. What is it that you could do to get out of the space, or what exactly this means? Okay, well, we got the rabbits, which means new beginnings. We got the unconditional love, which is the Celtic knot. But we do have that stalemate card. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we just asked, what can we do to kind of move beyond this solitude, time alone, protecting oneself? How can we use this as an experience for expansion? And the first central card is the Celtic knot, and that's unconditional love. That's union. Okay, that's love of a lifetime. That's eternal love. That's all the things. It's like twin flame energy, okay? It's like aligning with that unconditional love, aligning with the energy of divine union with that other person can bring some new beginnings, all right? And then it can increase some of your feelings of safety and security, returning you back to that place where you don't feel like you need to protect yourself. Unconditional love does wonders, just like the gratitude. Now, it does seem that in your union, there's a bit of a standoff, okay? It does seem that it's blocked. It does feel like the person is non-committal. And I'm saying, even though this is in a creative expression way, this Celtic knot is showing up right next to the stalemate card. So there's probably a part of you that is not really happy about that. You know what I mean? I'm sure about it. You're not super happy about that. And that may be why you're spending time alone. Okay? That may be why you don't really want, you really don't want to show how you're feeling. And this is so Cancer, because the mask is saying what you're seeing on the surface isn't necessarily what's going on underneath, but it's a self-protective mode that you could be in if you're feeling that this is at a standstill or a stalemate. All right, so this was just a little bit more information, but it is saying that there is the ability or the potentials here for new beginnings and a sudden increase of something pretty incredible as it comes to your creative expression and your abundance. It looks like abundance is very possible to increase. So I still have questions. That's the beauty of these cards. It's like it does lead me to questions. Okay, I do want to get some clarification just quickly um, about the state of, this is of course, we're dealing with creative expression. So how does the creative expression overlap with the career? Because there's some kind of an overlap here, and I'm not really sure what it is. All right, well, first of all, it seems that you're on a quest, okay? And the man is the central focus of that quest. But we've got the sun energy again. All right, so we have the sun energy, which says success. So I was asking for clarification on creative expression and what it might have to do with, this standoff, this stalemate. Again, this has to do with him, the partner, or her. I would say this is a love interest card. It's a man, so it's most likely a man. But here you are on this quest, and you are like absolutely going. You're going. You're going, and yes, you come back every once in a while in a cyclical way to other things, but you're going to this higher space when it comes to the relationship or the connection. And you've got this sun that is just lighting your way and promising success. All right. So somehow creative expression has something to do with your love relationship. And maybe your love relationship not going where you want it to be. Maybe it's making you reevaluate what you are doing, what you need to do. Is there a change that you need to make? You're definitely in somewhat of a protective space, but all I can say is unconditional love and harmony within yourself. That happiness, that gratitude is what's really gonna probably help you the most there. And I'm just gonna, since all of these cards kind of go together, let's see if I can't stack them over here and put these three, put these three here. So I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna take some smoky quartz and kind of use that just a little bit as a way to maybe absorb some of this need to protect yourself and, some of that energy. And let me see. The unconditional love in the sun card. Let's go ahead and, that's close enough. We'll just go ahead and amplify that with the quartz. The stalemate, I'm actually going to move off to the side. And I think I'll go ahead and put some obsidian. This is gold flecked obsidian. It actually looks like an eyeball. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like an eyeball, and it's on both sides. Look at that. So we'll go ahead and put that there and see if we can't loosen up some of that energy on that stalemate for you. Finally, let's find out what your higher self wants you to know for the month of June. I mean, we've already gotten some really good information, but what does your higher self want you to know? And I want to say to move all this forward. Okay, so the first card is Neptune, which is the Hanged Man. The second card is the Grasshopper. It's one of my favorite cards. And that's the central card. And this is the third card, the Roads. A lot of people have been getting the roads in these readings today. My different zodiac signs, the crossroads. All right. Well, essentially, Source is basically saying, don't worry. Okay, don't worry. You're moving on from this space. Whatever the space you find yourself in, you are moving out of it, and you've got a lot of luck on your side. Now, right next to it being the road, it means that there might be some decisions that you need to make. You need to weigh your options, and you need to decide which way you're going to go on something. But There's no doubt about it. You really do want to move on from this space. And I want to say it's the space of protection of yourself, protecting yourself. You do want to move away from it. I'm picking up that very, very strongly. And I'm just looking at this here. So much of this has to do with you moving forward on your spiritual journey. You know, your focus on spirituality, your focus on enlightenment. You cannot help but move in the direction of knowing your honest, I want to say you're safe, your safety, as you dawn into your enlightenment more and more. And you are able to use your intuition more and more, and you are able to grab inspiration from, source. You're going to know more and more that you don't have to worry about anything. Okay? That everything that you need is on its way. You just take that little leap of faith, and if it means making a couple of decisions along the way, you just have to know that you don't need to worry about that. Okay? So you don't need to worry about what decisions you make. Weigh your options. And then once you do, then you do have to take a little leap of faith. All right. So anyways, I hope that was helpful for you. I have a reading coming out within the next day, which is for tomorrow, the 2nd of June, for this coming week. And we'll just do, a general reading for the week and find out what's going on with our relationships. It's mostly a relationship and higher perspectives reading. So I hope you'll catch that. If you do subscribe to this, you will get it through your feed, I'm sure. So if you hit the like button, I mean. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. And I look forward to bringing you another reading next month for July, and then my weekly readings. All right. And don't forget, if you do want to have an opportunity to do the free reading that's going to be live on YouTube, go ahead and check below, because I'll have more information if you didn't catch the instructions before. Okay. All right. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.